Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Zeno here, and today I'm going to show off the Hierophant theory. I'm only level 65, and the character's name is Zenocide. I'm just about to be at 1000 strength, and this character utilizes 3 totems, and I also can deal damage because I'm the Hierophant. If you look here, we got +1 totem right here, and +1 totem right here. I will be discussing that after we fight, well, Act 10 Kitava Hardcore. I figured what better way to show off, you know, the theory craft and the idea. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. And it was fun. I'm running both Ancestral Warchief and Ancestral Protector because this gives a multiplier to attack speed. This gives a multiplier to melee damage. And depending, you can run 3 Chiefs or 2 Chiefs, 1 Protector. And everything will scale my damage as well. Alright, here we go. Okay, there's a recast. Actually, I'll have to put out 1 Protector. Keep up Wise Oak. And Fortify. Okay, good phase. 2. He's going to pick up one of the guys here. I'm going to put 1 right here, and it'll stand off to this side. Of course, why wouldn't he? That's good though. Alright, pushed out. 1, 2, 3. Do that again. Wise Oak. Keep it up. Alright, dodge whatever this is. Okay. Here comes the heart. Same thing. Keep up Fortify. Keep the flasks up. Okay. He's going to grab Sin here now, or Innocence. I think it's Innocence. Innocence is free. Get Fortify off these clowns. Nope. Dodge that again. And heart. Pretty flawless fight. Hierophant's been pretty good with this Brutus Lead Sprinkler. If you are unaware, my name is Zeno in this league for Bestiary. Bestiary was fairly rushed by GGG. Instead of talking bad about the league and hating on it, they give us BLS this league. Whenever I say BLS, I'm referring to Brutus Lead Sprinkler. It's a mace where you stack strength to deal damage. And this is the first time they've reworked Ascendancy where I can efficiently make 18 out of the 19 Ascendancies work. And YouTube has convinced me, as well as Twitch, to make it with the Saboteur as well. In future leagues, I think I'm going to do this again. In next league, I already have an idea of which unique I'm going to use. Twitch knows, but YouTube doesn't. So, if you want to know, maybe tune into my live stream, because that's where I do most of my theory discussion. All of these ideas I come up with, I just shoot out with the PoE community. It's a lot of fun. So let's discuss this build in detail, because this is the theory craft session after all. They say you have to start off your YouTube videos first with action and then with the theory, so I'm trying to do that. First things first, we have 3 Warchiefs when we are clearing, but if you're doing things like Abyss, it's okay to do 3 Warchiefs and a Protector. The Protector is normally it's just a single target attack, but you can put melee splash on him, and I have. So this guy will get some melee damage, or get some clear speed. He only has 12k, and this guy and the Warchiefs have 19k, so in terms of scaling, right now it's not so bad, but eventually these guys are the Warchiefs will probably wear out the Protector. Because if I have 3 Warchiefs, they're only 16, but 16 times 3, rather than, let's see, 19k with a 12. So I lose 7k, no, they're 16 each, so 42, this is 38, and it's slightly more to have Protector by 1000 DPS. Slightly more to have the Protector out. Actually, it's more than that because I also get the attack speed multiplier. Let's see. With 3 Warchiefs, I'm at 9.2. With the Protector, I'm at, yeah. So it's better to have the Protector with this current setup. It goes to show how insane an attack speed multiplier is. But if you're clearing, you can easily do 3 Warchiefs. And if you want to go 4 totems, that is something you can decide to do. For me, I chose Lycosidae. There are 4 ways you could play attack builds, or 5 ways, kind of, right now. You can go non-crit RT, you are always hitting. You can do accuracy with Elemental Overload. You can do accuracy with crit. You could do Lycosidae with crit, and you could do Lycosidae with Elemental Overload. So those are the ways how I think you can play this game. If you're not doing those, you need to think of why you are missing, or you could go Poacher's Mark. Poacher's Mark Occultist is viable. I tested it last league with Pillar of the Cage gone. That's another reason why I'm doing these BLS builds this league. Eventually I plan on doing Pillar League, but not back-to-back strength leagues. So it's not Pillar next league, if you thought it was. So Lycosidae makes it so my hits can't be evaded, but RT makes it so your hits can't be evaded, except you can't crit. With Hierophant, you want to crit. So with Hierophant, we can pick up Strength Node right here, as well as 100% crit chance and crit multi. You know, whenever you drop a totem, you get 100% crit for 4 seconds. You get a bunch of crit and crit multi in here, and right here you also have Strength with Shamanistic Fury. So totem placement speed and a bunch of damage. This is might as well say Wed. It doesn't affect my damage, but my damage can kill white packs no problem. And I can add to single target. I'm not the main source of damage, the totems are. I'm just like a buffer. I'm just like, sometimes I could slap down because I got the BLS on. And I can deal damage because I do not have Ancestral Bond. This is the only thing that prevents me from dealing damage. You cannot deal damage with skills yourself, but I get +1 totem. If you choose to go 4 totems without any gimmicks, you can use this. If you're more just, you liked your totems, you want to go, this is another way you can play this build. But I actually like being able to deal damage because it's how I get Onslaught. I don't have it uptime for bosses always, but I can generate Onslaught while clearing the map with this. So this is a good use for the Onslaught gem in my opinion. And Wed and Fire Pen, good stuff. Alright, so let's talk about crit. We also get Conviction of Power, which generates power charges, which gives you 5 pen, great for when you're stacking fire damage. I also get 5 pen here from Pure Talent, as always, every single one of these builds will have it. I get 25 attributes, excuse me, let me put this up here so you can see it better on YouTube. 25 attributes, 5 pen, and 15% melee AoE because I spend 1 extra point here on Jug. Instead of spending 1 point here for AoE for 8%, I spend 1 point here for armor, life, and 15 AoE. So that's the trade-off. And I also get 25 attributes for spending 1 point here. But this also yields a little bit of melee physical damage, which isn't too much damage for me. 5 strength is good, though. And also, I am a Templar. So by starting here, I get 2 strength nodes. Life and mana regen is great for a potential Mind Over Matter build. That's my last node when I go Uber Lab. And we also get life and mana, so this further pushes this. All these mana regens, +1 totem with damage and mana regen. So we will officially be going Mind Over Matter. We'll pick up this guy right here, and I'm actually pathing towards the witch side of the tree now. Hello, Oscar. Hello, I'm Oscar, and I'm here to interrupt your YouTube video. I'm purring so loud, and I am so cute, and for some reason, this accent is really weird. Well, perhaps odd. Maybe interesting. Alright, go. Good boy. Hey, no booty holes on me. Thank you, Oscar. With that said, Mind Over Matter is a way I'm going to be going with this. Let's take a look at my final tree. Oh, that's for another build we're going to be doing later in the week. Alright, so we get Disemboweling. So for crit, pay attention here. Disemboweling Wheel. Melee crit multi here. We get the Totem Defensiveness here. We need to pick this up. We don't need the placement speed because we get placement speed. Oh, wow. So I'm not picking this up. Good. That's actually more points spent for... I pick up this instead. We'll talk about that in a second. Placement speed from Hierophant, which is right here. Here it is. So I get placement speed here. Oh, 100% increased totem duration. No, right there. 20%. 20%, 50%. It's pretty good. And then I also get a little bit right here. So it's more than enough placement speed. We don't need Totemic Zeal. And then crit chance, we have Disemboweling. We have power charge generation here. We also have permanent power charges by just recasting totems. We get crit chance here because we're using a mace and some elemental damage. This node's kind of a dead node. It does work, but minimally. But we get a bunch of crit chance, crit multi. and elemental damage crit chance, leading up to strength chaos res, and then coming up here we get fire damage with AoE. And I put in efficient training in here, which converts, as you can see in game, makes it so into strength. So I could pick up these nodes, and this converts this into here too. So it is only 4 nodes that gets converted over. However, to take this out later on, this is the budget way to do it. Later on, you can put in Emperor's Mastery, which is the expensive way. It's the 7% increased attribute jewel. You will get more strength putting that in here, and you'll still get more int and dex. It does entirely replace efficient training and keep the same pathing. You could spec out of this point when you do that because you won't need it. This will be a 10 strength, 10 int, which is not worth 1 point. But for now it is, because it's 20 strength. That is just the budget way that I'm doing now. I'm level 65. If you're unaware of what Emperor's Mastery is, this is the best and probably most expensive item. I've been trying my best not to hype this up too much because I don't have one myself, and I have an 1800 strength character that would very much like this. They are going down in price, which is nice, but up to 7% attributes. You would have to divine it, and it still gives 5% global defense. It's armor, evasion, and ES, as well as life percent and a little bit of cosmetic of character size, which does nothing other than cosmetic. It doesn't hurt your character at all. That is on an extreme. We replace efficient training with that. I also get a bunch of crit chance here. So in terms of crit, we have 1 wheel, a big wheel here. This is 100 flat with 25. That's 15, 2 crit multis and crit multi here, so 60 crit multi, 140 crit. 40 crit here, another 20, 20, and 25, so 65 crit here with 50 crit multi. We have disemboweling, which is 75 plus that's 125 crit chance with 25 multi plus 35, so 60 crit multi. And we have the power charge generation from everything Hierophant. I will be doing my Merc Lab tomorrow on stream, and then I'm going to probably start leveling up to level 91 on my Ascendant. So this character, this guy I'm going to start doing maps with tomorrow. I just killed Kitava, as you saw. I'm excited about him. So we're converting to crit right now because I have Lyco. We have to put on a better helmet. Deed Blow is probably one of the best leveling helmets up to the end of Kitava. You get a lot of flat phase, strength, and dex, and it gives you onslaught, basically. It stacks with onslaught. I don't know what to say about this node other than that. Oh, boy. Just getting off a long stream now. I'm streaming on Twitch. God, I had a class until 10 p.m. and I'm streaming until 6 a.m. My goodness. But I think that's most of what I could say about this build. If you have any questions about this, I know it's not full in 100% detail, but if you look back at all of my other previous YouTube videos, I'm playing every Ascendancy using this weapon. You will learn something about this weapon by looking at any of my other videos. With that said, things that we're going to talk about on this guy is also Tombfist. If you put in a Murderous Eye Jewel, which is an Abyss Jewel, this one is pretty trash, honestly. This is just like a leveling one. We're going to put something with strength in there in life. You'll get Intimidate. Intimidate is a multiplier that gives a 10% increased damage taken. When you apply it to a monster with attacks, it's incredible, but it requires the Murderous Eye Jewel. Eventually you can get 2 jewel sockets, and also get Maim, which will slow them. Those gloves are like 80 chaos compared to, this is hardcore prices, I don't know what they are in softcore. It's like 80 chaos compared to 3. This is like a 3 chaos pair of gloves. 2 sockets, just shoots up the price to like 80 chaos minimum, last I checked. So that's what gloves I'm using for this build. It's crazy strong with Warchiefs. Alright, let's talk this guy. I crafted a 30 chaos 6-link I purchased. It was a blank state, item level 71 6-link. So it was like a, okay, this is the humble 6-link, but I don't want to take it off. This is the budget, I have terrible luck 6-linking. Well, you can buy a 30 chaos one and hope you can craft. So I crafted this. I transmuted the dodge and life. I hit it, or I used alterations till I hit the 2 together. And I was like, okay, I have to regal this. I regaled 31 strength, so I got super lucky with the regal. And then I had the aspect of the crab. That is a suffix that you can beastcraft. That is not. That is entirely stackable with Forsaken Master Crafting, which is my mana roll. I will be taking off the mana roll later on for a Wed roll, which is elemental attack damage. You can do that with Haku, but it's a little bit expensive. It costs it to divine, and it's a 4 to 12 roll. So if you get a 4 roll, 4% increased elemental damage is... If you get the 12, is worth it, you know? 10 plus, you're feeling good. 8, you're like, all right. I'd rather take the mana while leveling. Mana is much better for me while leveling than a little bit extra damage when you're running 3 totems and you deal damage yourself. Do I really need more damage leveling, or could I use some mana? Mana is probably better. We're trying to transition to Mom, so it'll help out. However, let's talk aspect of the crab. So it's a herald, essentially. It's a reserve. If I highlight over this, while active, periodically adds crab barriers to you. And grants additional physical damage reduction for each crab barrier you have. All crab barriers are lost when you take physical damage from a hit. And so the crab barriers, you grant 2% additional physical damage reduction per crab barrier. You can have up to 10. You generate them every 0.5 seconds. That means I get 10 crab barriers over 5 seconds, and 10 is 20% reduced physical damage taken. So if I have 10 crab barriers, it's like 5 endurance charge in terms of the reduced physical damage taken. Wait. No, it's additional physical damage reduction. I guess that's stackable, is it not? I think it is. I think it's stackable with endurance charges. It's not a less. It's not like a fortify. So this is a reserve, and I'm also running in Feeble Aura. I don't need Anger. Anger is just more of the same. It's just more strength. I already have a bunch of multipliers called totems. You know, you saw how quick we killed Kitava. Like, single target, we're straight. Clear, we're good too. You know, 3 totems, and I could deal damage. So I think late game, it's best to just go reduce damage taken. And this is the risk I'm going to take. I'm purposely going to tank up because I have 3 totems to do the work for me. And I'm just like the buffer, you know, like here's Onslaught to my totems and myself for survivability. I'm still running Charge Dash because Shield Charge is cool and all, and Whirling Blades you can't use with this, and Leap Slam's sweet, but they reduced its range back in 2.0, so I'm still living in the glory days there. I don't care. I'm gonna meme this thing out until I can't anymore. It's fun. Come at me, bro. I think that's all I really got to say about this build. If you want to take a look, you can look at my profile. I did not take off any gear of my Ascendant, so if you've watched any of my Ascendant guides, she's still very much alive. Hit level 90, and I'm going to be working on her this weekend. That's about it. If you'd like to tune in and watch any of these builds live, I stream live on Twitch. I would appreciate if you toss me a follow. Let me know who you are. If you make YouTube comments, I'd be glad to talk any theories you have regarding any of these builds, and I do often. I seriously do. It's the only thing I'm doing this league. Let's talk Brutus Lead Sprinkler. Come on by. That's all I have to say. I'm out. Thanks for tuning in.